You're absolutely right. This movie didn't just make people laugh. It stuck. And the more you dig into its production, the stranger and more fascinating it becomes. Here's a clean, fact-check breakdown of the most surprising behind-the-scenes truths. Perfect for a YouTube segment or documentary-style script. Rocket One. The original cut was basically an R-rated comedy. Early versions were loaded with F-bombs. Tim Allen swore constantly. Sigourney Weaver dropped a full F-word during the meat grinder scene. DreamWorks panicked when they realized they'd be competing with kids' movies that Christmas, so they re-edited almost the entire film, replacing profanity with lines like "screw that" and softening the tone. Ironically, that rewrite turned Galaxy Quest from crude parody into the warm cult classic fans adore today. Building construction 2. A real on-set accident led to a studio fine. During filming at Culver City, a crew member fell from scaffolding and was seriously injured. Emergency crews were called, and DreamWorks was fined about $5,000 for safety violations. The movie kept shooting, but morale dropped hard that day. Fire 3. Gwen's alien seduction scene was much raunchier. Weaver originally performed a far more explicit distraction scene with the alien guard. Studio execs killed it instantly to preserve a PG rating. What remains is only the toned-down version. Weaver later admitted it was both the funniest and riskiest scene she filmed. Raised Fist 4. Sigourney Weaver personally saved Gwen's most important line. Her now iconic moment. "Look, I have one job on this lousy ship," was nearly removed for being too aggressive. Weaver fought for it hard, arguing that it defined Gwen as more than just eye candy. She won. That single line quietly became one of sci-fi's earliest meta-feminist moments. Dragonface 5. Captain Taggart's monster fight was added last minute. The desert creature battle wasn't in the original script. Someone asked, what kind of captain doesn't earn his hero moment? So they rushed the scene into production. It ended up redefining Taggart's entire arc. Movie Camera 6. A famous director quit before filming began. Harold Ramis, of Ghostbusters fame, was originally attached. He walked away after DreamWorks cast Tim Allen, believing a sitcom star couldn't handle the role. After seeing the finished movie, Ramis later admitted, "I was wrong." Performing Arts 7. Alan Rickman reshaped his character completely. Alan Rickman's Dr. Lazarus was first written as a medieval knight. Rickman proposed instead, making him a classically trained actor trapped in latex sci-fi makeup, a tragic parody of typecasting. That change gave the film its emotional backbone. Face screaming in Fear 8. Guy Fleegman was supposed to die immediately. Sam Rockwell improvised the panic, sweating, and "I don't even have a last name" jokes. His performance was so funny that the writers rewrote the character into a survivor. Pure accident. Total fan favorite. Person in Lotus Position 9. Fred Kwan's calm energy was a creative choice. Tony Shalhoub intentionally played Fred like a Zen philosopher instead of a frantic engineer. That peaceful weirdness? Completely his idea. Adult Rocket 10. Brandon was cast because Justin Long felt like a real fan. Justin Long beat out better-known actors simply by believing in the universe during auditions. Director Dean Parasot said, "He wasn't acting. He was Brandon." Vulcan Salute 11. The script was inspired by real Star Trek trauma. Writer David Howard modeled the characters on actors who struggled with typecasting, especially William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy. The movie isn't mocking fandom. It's mourning what fame does to artists. Smiling Face with Horns 12. Sari's terrifying voice came from a midnight redo. Villain actor Robin Sachs nailed Sari's only after re-recording everything late at night, fueled by coffee and exhaustion. That gravelly menace saved the character. Test Tube 13. The torture scenes were heavily cut. Early edits showed more blood, longer screams, and scarier devices. DreamWorks trimmed them aggressively to avoid an R rating. Trophy 14. Fans rank it higher than many real Star Trek films. For years, Galaxy Quest has outscored most Trek movies on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. It's often called the best Star Trek movie that isn't Star Trek. Microphone 15. Hardcore sci-fi fans gave it a standing ovation. A test screening at a sci-fi convention shocked everyone. Cosplayers erupted in applause. That moment convinced DreamWorks they had something special. Book 16. The story continued in comics. IDW's Galaxy Quest. Global Warning acts as a spiritual sequel, keeping the crew's adventures alive. Chart Decreasing 17. DreamWorks barely promoted the film. Trailers used unfinished CGI. Marketing was confused. Opening weekend was modest. Word of mouth did everything else. Moneybag 18. It doubled its budget anyway. Made for about $40 million. Earned over $90 million worldwide. Slow burn. Long life. Glowing Star 19. Tim Allen chose this over Oscar bait. He turned down Bicentennial Man, later done by Robin Williams, because Taggart felt personal, a washed-up performer desperate to matter again. That choice saved his dramatic career. Red Heart 20. Cleaning it up saved its soul. Had DreamWorks kept the vulgar cut, Galaxy Quest might have vanished like dozens of 90s spoofs. Instead, it became something rare. A parody with heart. Sparkle's final thought. Galaxy Quest works because it doesn't laugh at sci-fi. It laughs with it, while honoring forgotten actors, obsessive fans, and the quiet pain of being trapped in yesterday's glory. That's why, 25 years later, we still quote it, and why it still feels like home.